now that we got through what you're doing, let's talk about our review for this week. You talked about it a little bit last week, but I got a chance to play a lot more of it, and you got a chance to even play even more of it, and we played some multiplayer. Is Watch Dogs 2. Watch Dogs 2. I guess kind of give a little bit of background. Did you play the original?
Yes, I played Watch Dogs 1 on the Xbox 360 when it came out.
Okay.
It's an open world game. Think of GTA or any other freaking open world game these days. And it's an Ubisoft game, so think like
Assassin's Creed is the first one. It feels like Assassin's Creed.
Exactly. And you're pretty much you're playing a hacker in this open world. Watch Dogs 2 takes place in San Francisco, and you're part of this quote unquote hacktivist group. So there are these big corporations taking consumer data and stuff,
mining
and
it,
using
data
things
mining
like
it.
So a good example is like, hey, they see you eating a lot of fast food, so they're going to send that information to your insurance companies. They're going to raise your rates because you're a fat piece of crap. So things like it's like things like that.
Well,
and
the
taking
other,
that
right.
These hackers that are looking at that data and going against the corporations.
Well, in this alternative reality too, there's this operating system called CTOS, which is like citywide. Like it is an incorporated infrastructure of data that culminates everything from traffic lights to surveillance to internet purchases to music choices to any electronic device that is connected in any way to basically the internet, all gets funneled into this one company called Bloom. And the hacktivists are like, well, absolute power corrupts absolutely, right? Like, why do they need all that data? And throughout the course of the game,
they find out that they're like selling this data to insurance companies,
right? Like you were talking about, using it in a way that is not very altruistic.
What a surprise.
Yeah, of course, right? That's what I said. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. So the game mechanics in it are, again, very Grand Theft Auto-like. You can, of course, there's a main quest or a main storyline which has to do with trying to take down Bloom and the different side missions that you have to get. Because what you're trying to also do is create followers for your DedSec, which is the name of your crew. Or your
crew, and there's an app called the DedSec app, and you a crew of followers,
like Twitter,
DedSec, whatever, right? Stupid crap. But people who download this app, create more bandwidth for you to take down these big companies.
Right.
It's stupid.
But the cool part of the game, obviously, you can pick up a gun and you can shoot stuff, but you can play it very stealth-like because you use your cell phone and your laptop and other different devices like a drone and a little.
You have like a quadricopter drone, or you have like this little drone on two wheels and stuff. They can do a lot of things that you would normally do in the first game, but you can do via the drone instead of endangering yourself. Maybe it makes it more hackerish.
But it's got a puzzle mechanic because you can play it kind of stealth-like and like turn off lights or set off a guard's cell phone so he'll look down and you run behind him, or different things like that. We always just run and gun, though. It feels like.
Well, David.
The problem with the game is that, and we'll get our review here in a second, but that's really the base mechanics of it. There's some unique stuff about the game with that hacking ability where you can do some interesting things, and they do some different puzzly things with it where you have to like change the intersecting. It feels like the pipes in BioShock where you have to like match up the pipe so that the flow of energy flows through. It's really lame. Sorry. You know what I'm talking about?
I didn't play BioShock, but I think it's
it's just kind of a weak.
And they had
puzzle.
those hacking tools in the first one. But I'm going to go out front and say, like, so this like looks like an open world, GTA clone kind of game, and it kind of is at one point.
Yeah.
But if you want to play the game how it's designed, in my opinion, it's the more stealth.
Yep.
They give you guns that you can 3D print guns, which is kind of retarded, but like whatever, right? You're like a hacktivist, but you're gunning down like security members and all that kind of stuff, which is stupid. So I try to keep it thematic and stun those people, right?
Yeah.
But this game, to me, well, do you want to review first?
Yeah, let's do the review. So we told you what the game is about. Thumbs up, great game. Thumbs to the side, meh. Thumbs down, terrible game. Don't buy it. Don't even look at it. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. See?
2 thumbs to the side. So, okay, to me, this game is a puzzle game, not an open world action game.
Okay.
And my thoughts on that is like, one, you can make an open world action game if you want. Obviously, you can 3D print all the guns you want and go in and just gun down all the security people and that stuff.
It's hard, though.
It is hard. It doesn't make the game harder, but it's definitely doable. But to me, this game is, you go in and you hanker down right outside the restricted area and you use your drones and you use them in creative ways. And this game is a puzzle game.
Yeah, it feels
not
like
an action game.
Right.
And most of the time I've spent with this game, other than, single player, other than with you, because it seems like whenever we play, we just do ridiculous crap. But when I play single player with these campaigns and stuff, it's a puzzle game, and I'm using these drones to hack these specific areas and get the necessary keys and get into these other areas and hack what I need to do and get out of there as silently as possible.
Is that what you wanted from the game?
I definitely like that more than just another run-of-the-mill,
GTA
grab
fun.
your guns, go and shoot them, get what you need and get out. And to me, if you look at it as a puzzle game perspective, it's a decent game. It's fun.
No, that's the thing. I think it's probably it's a little higher than meh, but it's definitely not a great game. It's for me. It's a good game. It's a fun game if you like that style of game.
Yeah,
the open
definitely
world
escape from the stuff that's out right now.
Yeah, the problem with the game that I have is it wants you to, it pushes you so far in that stealth route that it cut off its nose despite its face, right? Like the bad guys, when they see you, now you can get upgrades to make this a little bit easier, but like out of the game, it's just like if the bad guys see you for a moment, they like immediately call reinforcements. So it's like this, and you have to almost rinse and repeat because it becomes so overwhelming. And maybe I'm just not good at the game, but that's just that's just my opinion. Where it's like, okay, just I guess restart the mission because it's one of those like And the problem that I have, I don't know why game companies do this. Like, don't repeat the dialogue before the mission start. Like, if I'm resetting it, like the person, we got to go into this thing and do this thing, heard it for the fifth time. It's like, stop. Like,
how much of the story did you play?
I played quite a bit of the story. And I liked the kind of the fun that they poke at. They make fun of like, Scientology,
a lot of, like, current events and stuff.
They make fun of like, the pharmaceutical guy who wants to buy they make fun of a lot of, stuff that is modern, which I like that. That is very, very, very cool.
But it definitely like takes you out of the element where you're like, oh, let's hack this, big pharmaceutical guy for this, buying this fake rap album. Right. It was like, okay, then you can 3D print the sniper rifle. It's like, whoa.
Or we're going to steal this car from this
movie set that we like the movie franchise, but because the way they're looking at hackers, we're going to hack and all this stuff. It's like, well, like, identify yourself one way or the other. If you're a quote-unquote hacktivist group, then you should be more like, again, with the stun gun stuff and the stealth and all that.
Right.
You shouldn't be able to 3D print sniper rifles and gun down guys, you know what I mean?
And that's why I said the game sometimes suffers from not knowing what kind of bucket it wants to be in.
But I do like the fact that, like, if you have played the first Watch Dogs, like, the main character was kind of, like, one-dimensional. It's like, I'm just revenge over my niece dying, all that kind of stuff. I'm gonna hack my way through that, which is kind of stupid. But this is like definitely pokes fun of itself more than it pokes fun at others as well, which is it's definitely more fun playing the game.
The game has
even though it kind of sucks, but it's more fun.
I think the game mechanics are a lot more refined. It's a second iteration of the same game, right? So it's going to be better graphics, better controls, and overall they give you the things that were fun in the first game. They focus on those things.
And it's kind of funny because like in these games, Ubisoft, I don't think feels like they know how to get driving down. So like driving this game still sucks, but like in Watch Dogs 2, they make it where fast travel is pretty acceptable, so you can just fast travel.
Right, they're like, we can't fix this
There's
problem.
really no reason to drive the cars, you can just fast travel.
Right.
But...
And the one thing I would say about that kind of pushes this game a little bit even higher is the multiplayer aspect. It does have that cool, like, okay, I'm gonna set up the guy's alarm, and then you go as soon as on his phone, and I think
when we were playing, like, I would set up my quadricopter right away, tag the enemies, try to do what mayhem I can do, and you would come in and be like, all right, I'm gonna get this guy, and then I would distract them with like the hack or whatever.
It feels like like Batman and Oracle, like she's the one she's the one doing all the cool science stuff, and the other Batman's just running around tackling people.
Exactly.
And there's those moments in the game when we were doing that. I was like, oh, this is super satisfying. That is so much fun.
But then there are also times where we're like, fuck it, let's just like gun each other down, gun all these people down, whatever.
Right, and that's the part where the game it sometimes pushes you so hard in that direction where it's like you can't do it this way. It's like, well, sometimes I want to just jump into a game and just blow stuff up, and
it definitely has that. Like, it's definitely mindless. Like, it doesn't take a lot. Like, it's not very difficult. Like, I'm playing on normal right now, and I can get through most of the stuff without even firing a gun. Yeah. Like, I can get by with just my drone on a lot of the puzzles and stuff.
Yeah, and the electric stun gun or whatever.
Exactly, where I don't have to really interact with a lot of the enemies and stuff.
But the open world is fantastic. I mean, it looks like...
It looks great.
Yeah, it looks awesome. It's huge. It's like at the point with these open world games, they're almost getting to the point where I'm like, stop. Like, it's too big. Like, it's so big that nothing is recognizable anymore. Like, I have to play the game for 14 to 16 hours to be like, oh yeah, that's over there. You know what I mean? Like, I played GTA 5 so much that now I know. But when I got into the game, I'm like, I'm never going to know where any of this is. But after I played it for a million hours, you pick it up. But if you're just going to drop in and play casually, it's almost to the point where things are unrecognizable, unless you live in San Francisco or the Bay Area.
That's true, yeah.
Which is awesome. Like, when they, that's got to be super cool. Because I know when they made, like, Fallout New Vegas. It was like one of the coolest things ever.
Yeah.
And that wasn't even like 1-to-1 ratio, but that's what I'm saying is like, that's got to be cool. But sometimes the world is getting like, to like, it's the size of Rhode Island. I'm like, why are we doing that? Like, it doesn't need to be that big. Like, make the world more, make it the quality, not quantity. Like all the buildings, I want to go into every building and I want people hustling and bustling in those buildings. That's what I was always promised. But
there are definitely some of those moments though, like GTA, where you have like the random NPC moments. Like I think I was just like chilling, like I just started the game, I was getting something to drink or whatever, and I came back to my TV and there was like somebody in front of me doing a drive-by shooting down some random NPC. Right. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
You know, so like that's cool. Like the world is living.
Yeah, and there are seamless interactions with, if you leave it on, there's a seamless multiplayer thing. So even if you're not playing with a friend, people will come into your game. This is what I saw because we were playing or something, and somebody drove by and did something. Maybe it wasn't seamless.
Yeah, I don't know if I necessarily agree with that. Like, I turned a lot of that seamless multiplayer stuff off.
I like that stuff.
Because, like, in between story missions that I'm trying to do, it's like, oh, somebody's hacking you. You got to find them. I'm like, I don't want to do this stupid crap, man.
Yeah, I guess.
So I turn that stuff off.
It depends on because you're at the mercy of the internet, right?
Yeah, but it's
and they always choose the right path.
If you're looking for, like, an open world game, it's not as good as, like, something like GTA 5, but it's definitely mindless. Obviously, there's like definitely this time of year, there's a lot of shooters out. So if you're not a fan of like first person shooters and stuff, there's definitely just a fun, not very difficult escape, you know.
I would say like this game is one of those games to wait till it comes like $40. $40, this would be a great game.
Solid,
60, I would probably say hold your money off. Wait, it's going to go down to $40.
Well, I bought it for 60, David.
No,
Thanks
I know.
a lot.
I know. A little too late for you, buddy. So yeah, that's our review of Watch Dogs. So definitely
Watch Dogs 2.
Watch Dogs 2.
David, come on.
I know all these games.
Are we going to buy any other games this holiday season? I was thinking about it because like when I was
Battlefield
Black Friday shopping,
Yeah.
they had a bunch of Xbox One games just out, not even like the package and everything.
Oh, yeah, Battlefield 1.
Battlefield 1 is like $30 now.
Looks great.
Like Titanfall 2 is $30.
See, we bought Titanfall. Remember we played it, and it was just like, eh.
I never played Titanfall, the first one.
Oh, really? I bought it.
I bought it.
Yeah, you just never played it.
Yeah.
See, that's the problem with the online store. It's made it so easy. Barrier of entry is just so limited.
David?
No, it's just, there's two, you know what it is now? These games are, there's too many games. I know I sound like an old guy, but there are too many good games. It used to be like a couple good games and a lot of crap.
I disagree with you.
Really? You think it's more crap?
I think I'm at the point now where like I like Overwatch and stuff. I didn't play any Overwatch like at all this whole weekend. I had plenty of time. It's not that there's too much games. It's just there's not enough like
time.
Exactly.
You become an adult. It sucks.
Exactly.
One of the bad things about becoming an adult. It is weird. Like I want to play. I remember I used to play like almost every big AAA game that came out during Christmas, and it's like, no, not anymore. I
don't care.
And it's not even, I guess it's the I don't care. Like there's moments, I think it's the board gaming thing in me is now kind of taken over. That was like, that happened in the last couple of years. And it's because I think that social aspect of gaming, and I always talk about this, has been ripped away because of online. And the reality is like kids that are growing up with it never had that moment of couch co-op. And board games
it's not even
elicit
co-op for
that.
me. Like my biggest thing is like, I want to play a video game and I want to sit down for like 20 hours and play a solid single player story, and you don't see that anymore.
You do in some games. I mean, there's some games that are story focused, right? And the walking simulator where you get all high on your high horse and BS
but like
all over
a lot of like the big games, especially like holiday season and all that stuff, are a lot like FPSs where they kind of have mess storylines where I'm not going to pay $60 to pay or to play a 4-hour single player campaign.
You know what's funny is, and this is, I know I'm getting older, is because you listen to like all the music you listen to when you're in high school, and all that crap that you stick in your genre. Like when I played Owlboy, it's like I was perfect. Felt like an old game, had new cool mechanics to it for like new games, and it was shorter than what I needed it. It was short. It wasn't long. Just enough time for me to enjoy it, be done with it, and then move on. Where now, like games like Watch Dogs, it's fun, but it's like I'm never going to complete everything, right? And I used to be that completionist where it's like, I want all the trophies. I want to get all 999 feathers. And,
I know exactly what you're talking about. And I'm playing the game right now. I'm like, I want to beat the story because like I paid $60 for this game.
Right.
Like, I obviously want to beat the game. But like there are side missions, there are all these collectibles. I'm like, all right, so I got to pretty much concentrate on the main story or I got to do everything else.
But that's a problem because now it feels like a chore. That's not a good thing. That's not what you want. That's not what even the developer would tell you. Please don't do that, right?
Exactly. And even like the campaign, like the story is cool enough, but it's like, all right, doing a new mission. All right, let me just.
There's no hook. There's not a
thing.
huge hook in it. Yeah,
exactly.
That was what was missing, and we'll do our 2017. But like my biggest disappointment last year was Metal Gear Solid 5 didn't have the story hook. It had mechanic hooks. Like all of the mechanics were seamless and beautiful and silky smooth. But it's like I want this crazy story hooks. and you got rid of those. And it's like, why'd you do that? And that's like the most fun I have playing Watch Dogs is playing with you, where we're just creating mayhem because this is fun, right? It's just the sandbox of just destruction.
But it's fun. But do you think we can play that game for like 4 hours? No, of course not.
I would get tired of it, and then most of the time I'm like, all right, I'm done. Like we've blown up enough trucks and cars and caused enough mayhem in the city of San Francisco. Let's go to bed.
Yeah, so I just want to like sit down and play like super quality story games, and there's
it's hard to find that. Well, also too because like especially in open world, because again it's that multiple branch narrative, people doing different things at different times. You just the narrative has to be broken in a way that is segmented. It doesn't make a lot of sense. That's the way it goes, man.
This year with Black Friday stuff, you asking for anything for Christmas or?
We'll get to that. We'll do what we want for Christmas. So I guess our listeners that can send us stuff. No, I'm just kidding. But
that'd be awesome.
No, I think for me this year, honestly, I was telling you like my board game collection has gotten out of hand, so I don't really have any board games that I want.
Dude, I've been telling you that for months.
No, I know, but I don't think there's any games specifically. I know I'll look on like Steam's. I looked at their Black Friday stuff and nothing on there like jumped out to me.
Same here.
I think it's just I need to play the stuff I already have. I have too much stuff I haven't played. I have like a wall of shame and games of shame. Like
my stuff, like I play, like I buy a lot of like. Not a lot, but like Xbox games, I'm looking for like multiplayer and stuff like that no one ever plays. I think I just want, I asked Sarah for this for Christmas.
Here we go.
I asked for a PS4.
See, the problem with the PS4
there are
is
like a lot of like solid single player.
There's only like 2 or 3
story games.
Yeah, but that are exclusive to that. There's only a few that I can think of.
No,
Uncharted is the one that
jumps out. The whole Uncharted
out.
series. That's 4 games.
Oh, you didn't play any of them.
No.
You never had a PlayStation 3 or 2.
No, never. I've never owned a PlayStation. Period.
Ever?
So no, never.
Wow, I didn't know that.
So
you missed a lot of games then.
Yeah, so there's like the whole Uncharted series. That's 4 games right there.
Yeah,
right?
Jack and Daxter.
Last of Us, right? Which
Last
that's
of Us
still
is
Naughty
fantastic.
Dog, which
is
like supposedly
basically
fantastic.
all of Naughty Dog's games are great.
Exactly. There's Horizon New Dawn coming out with like the
could be good, could be bad.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll see.
But like, there's just a lot of like, I want to play super good single player story games.
Uncharted will give you that,
and I just feel like
that's expensive.
I've reached the end of like Xbox because I don't care about Gears. When the Halo comes out, I'll get it and I'll play the campaign.
Yeah, like the other day today you asked me like, you want to play the Halo campaign again? I'm like, man, you are digging deep. Like you want to play video games.
I just want to play like good freaking story games.
This is how you know you're getting old. This is what happens. It sucks.
I hate it, David.
We're complaining about things and we're like, why isn't it like it used to be?
Exactly.
Well, you're getting old.
So I just want to play these like really good. If you have any recommendations of games I should play, they're
story-based.
Good, story-based. Email us obviously.
Yep.
sitdownstay@gmail.com. But email us. Let me know.
Okay.
But yeah.
Let's talk about the last thing we got this week, our continuing breakdown of the top 100 movies of all time and our pinnacle of filmical. This week we have number 89. We have surpassed the 90s. We are now in the 80s. 89, which is 2000. Oh, go ahead. What is it?
We have the 1968 cross-country epic. I'm sorry. It's the mystery sci-fi adventure 2001: A Space Odyssey.